Hi guys, I'm Zach from Notebooks Media, and in today's video, we are here with Jdm Collective. They're hosting a little show, so I'm here in my Miata boy.
Hello.
And yeah, I'm going to walk you guys through the show now, and we can see some other stuff. There's also Mazda 3 MPS and some Subarus down there and stuff, so I'll go show you some of the cars. I might just wait until more cars actually show up. I know Corin is on the way. I don't know where he is, but yeah. So I'll catch you guys up there. Okay, and that was actually, unfortunately, as much as I could get film-wise, because it started to rain, and then that became very difficult to film outside, and then inside there was load shedding, which means that there was no electricity, which means that there was no lights. So basically it was all very dark and I was struggling to film, and I couldn't stay for the whole event, unfortunately. So unfortunately, there was a lot of unfortunately's in that one sentence. So there were a couple of really cool cars there, I won't lie. For example, there was an Amori Factory R34 GTR. There were actually two R34 GTRs, but the one that's... Okay, sorry, my phone's very bouncy. Should I put my tripod up? I'm going to put my tripod up. Okay, there we go. I've kind of half fixed it. I'm just hoping that doesn't fall off. Kind of feels like I'm filming a podcast in cars right now. It's odd. Anyway, so the event was actually really cool. There was an Amori Factory R34 GTR. For those of you who don't know, Amori Factory is a company in Japan that specializes in modifying and like doing up GTRs and stuff. So that was just a very cool thing to see. There was also a Honda Accord, if I'm correct, Type S, which is already a very rare car in the country, but then it had Mugen parts on it, which again are very rare in the country. So that was a very cool build to see. There were a couple FDs. I think I did get a clip of that. There was an FC RX-7. There's only like 5 in the country or something, so that was very cool to see. Yeah, basically there was like just a bunch of like very unique, really cool cars. There was also a yellow Mark V Supra, which I haven't seen any of the yellow ones here. It was an A90, not an A91, so not the manual, unfortunately, but I mean, still a very cool find. Yeah, there was basically just a bunch of very cool cars. So I do want to, before we continue, thank you. I do just want to say a very large thank you to Jdm Collective for basically hosting the events and obviously having a whole bunch of really cool cars, as well as I believe, technically speaking, myself and Corin actually got in for free, even though they weren't supposed to, so yay. So yeah, a big thank you for them for hosting the events and so on and so forth. Now, in terms of what I didn't like in the event, because constructive criticisms, I think it's constructive criticisms, just a little bit of negative feedback for next time so that we can improve and so on and so forth. Okay, there was nothing that could be done about the weather, unfortunately, but then we all had to be shoved inside that small area, and to get any sort of film was exceptionally difficult. So that's just excuses on my behalf of why I didn't get extra footage. Something I will note that probably is going to piss off a couple of people is there were a few German cars there, and I'm like, listen, this is a JDM Collective Meet. It's JDM, and of which I understand is not necessarily exclusive to Japanese cars. It is anything that is a Japanese domestic market car, but it does irritate me a little bit that you're going there expecting a whole bunch of JDMs, and then there's like a lineup of BMs and stuff, of which they actually put by the door, which kind of confused me, although eventually they did move it. I don't know, it was a weird story, and it kind of confused me on why there were BMs there. Obviously all cars are welcome and that's fine, just I don't know why they were on prominent show whilst the show was kind of about Jap cars. You know what I mean? Meaning again, no offense, all is welcome and so on and so forth. Just it confused me that they were getting prominent show when they're not JDM. Anyway, the other thing that irritated me was the award side of it. So I didn't really stay for that, but I was discussing with a couple of guys. Apparently, it was down to Instagram voting on their page, on the JDM Collective Instagram page, because the post that got the most likes out of the few selected people to win or something like that, the person with the most likes was going to win, which then to me just becomes a clout competition, basically who has the biggest followers to get the most likes, which I've seen in a couple of competitions and stuff. Sorry, my steering wheel doesn't look pretty in the picture there. Which I've seen in a couple of competitions and stuff, and I really don't like that, because it's just who has the biggest following. It has nothing to do with the cars. It's just who has the biggest following. So, for example, if I went there and I entered my car's got chipped paint, fucked up fenders, the engine bay is not the cleanest it could be. Since I did the wiring work, poor Dan did such beautiful wiring work, and then there's me, and I was just like, yay! My interior is a little bit rough. There's a couple of rough bits on my car and stuff. It's not show worthy, in my opinion. My car does not deserve high marks. Again, there's also glue that's stuck to the paint, and there's a whole bunch of crap with my car. But my meaning is, if I went there, entered my car, and then took it on show, but I was a bigger YouTuber, I would obviously win, because I'm on YouTube and I have a couple. Well, again, I'm over exaggerating here, but my point being is, if TJ Hunt went there or Adam LZ, but he took my clapped out Miata, guess who's gonna win? Do you know what I mean? My personal opinions on events, anyway. So that's actually about it. The event, otherwise, I'm going to be honest, I know that I had a big segment there of talking negatively of it. The event was actually absolutely lovely. I did very much enjoy it. Everyone was super nice. Everyone was super cool. Everyone just wanted to, see, talk, blah, blah, blah. There was actually no, I want to say, bias of like, oh no, we don't care about your car because it's a Miata or a 280Z or something. It was, everyone kind of just came past to see all the cool cars. And I appreciate that, because sometimes when you go to car meets, a lot of people are like, don't care, it's a Miata. I've seen 4 billion Miatas on the internet, which is sad sometimes. So yeah, it was a brilliant event. Thank you very much to JDM Collective for hosting that. Thank you very much for Corin for inviting me and wiggle worming my ticket, which happened to end up being free. And yeah, a big thank you to everyone else that joined, I suppose. to make it such a baller event. It's really cool. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. Next Friday vlog, let me put it that way, will be a Project Drive meet. Hopefully. The footage seems to have gone weird. Unfortunately, my phone recorded it at 8K at 24 frames per second. And when I try and load that on my editing software is like, bruh, I don't even know what the hell to do with this. Please take it away. So, I'm gonna try fix it by like downgrading the quality, and then I hopefully be able to make a video out of that. So yeah, until next time, guys. Cheers.